Jerusalem, that cursed fig tree, rejects the King Messiah, Christ Yeshua, therefore is handed over to the cursed king. A king with a fierce countenance, with a nation of a fierce countenance, comes in and sacks that cursed fig tree and leaves Jerusalem naked. This is in the prophecy of the end times, and it's found in the curses written in the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47 through 50 says, "Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with the gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young." This king of fierce countenance is the beast of the book of Revelation, the prophetic king of Babylon, who comes in with Muslims and sacks Jerusalem. In the book of Revelation chapter 17, it says in verse 16, 17, and 18, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." So we see here that Jerusalem's made naked, just like the curse of Deuteronomy. And it continues on in verse 17. It says, "For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigned over the kings of the earth." So we see in verse 17 that God has put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to give their kingdom to the beast, the king of fierce countenance, thus fulfilling the curse in Deuteronomy chapter 28. And we see that Jerusalem is sacked by the beast by the will of God, and thus fulfilling the prophecy of the Revelation. In the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 20 through 22, it says, "And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled." Jerusalem is handed over to the devil. And this king of fierce countenance is powered by the power of the devil. He's got power not of his own. In the book of Daniel chapter 8, verse 23 and 24, it says, "And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people, not by his own power." And we see that the power that is given to the beast is of the devil's authority. In the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 2, it says, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and his great authority." Jerusalem being handed over to the devil is because she rejects Christ Yeshua as the King of Kings and the King of Israel, and therefore is handed over to her, a cursed king, for 1260 days. The devil is given power to rule from Jerusalem. And at the end of those 1260 days, the blessed king forever will come and rule over the earth and take back Jerusalem. And this is the sacking of Jerusalem by the cursed king, the king of fierce countenance. This is the prophecy of the cursed king.